this is my brows after getting them threaded. I really just got them like cleaned up. It doesn't look too bad. I know they're not the darkest things in the world, but we do what we can. I should have shown you guys the before because they were looking real caveman-ish. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna tint them myself. I used to pay them to tint it, but they used to give me like the most boxy, ugly looking things. And I'll show y'all the tint that I'm using when I get back home. I need to go get a snack to eat though. It's what I'm finna use, and it comes with, now I got some on my shirt. So it comes with developer, a little mixing thing, a little brush to brush your brows, and most importantly is like the actual tint. It comes in pods like this. I wish I could only use like a little bit of it at a time because it'd be like way more than I need, but I'm just gonna break it. Oh my gosh. And then literally mix it with a Q-tip. And that's what it looks like. Whoa! Knew that was gonna happen. That's what it looks like an ashy kind of color, but it's not ashy on the skin at all. I always start in the middle because I feel like that's like the main important part of your brow, and then take it up. See, that looks so good already. Like that was too much. And then let me do a little bit more. Let me do the other one. And goodbye. And the brow lady was super nice. Like, I hate when I'm getting a beauty service done and the person is like criticizing me. That'll make me come back to your business. Never again. Because I don't have like the thickest brows and they always like to make a joke about it. And I'm like, I'm sensitive about this. Like, girl. So, I think the instructions said to only leave it on for like 10 or 15 minutes. But this is not my first rodeo, and I don't want to have to do it again. So I'm gonna leave it on for at least 25 to 30. And I really should have done my face mask first, but that would have made too much sense. We're gonna do that after this. I'm gonna use some water because I don't know, isopropyl, like alcohol, is very harsh on your skin. So I used to do that, but it's not really necessary, and like it'll come off gradually, like more and more. Eek, I can get that off my skin. I like it. I think it looks good. Let's go to the other side. See, that's exactly why I leave it on for a long time, because I feel like excuse me, squeeze me, I'm cleaning, so it's like all dust up my nose, but yeah, that's what I'm talking about. With some brow gel. Ooh, I'm gonna eat them up. I'm gonna eat them up. Okay, perfect. This is my brows like 2 days later. This is why I haven't gotten them microbladed yet, because I just love like a good tint. Anyway, I'm drinking my Dunkin' order and I'm watching Dune on my computer because I'm gonna go see Dune 2 when it comes out in March, because Zendaya's in it. And it's kind of like it reminds me of like The Matrix, like a dystopian thriller situation, you know? I'm enjoying it. And I need to take down these old braids. I don't even really want to show y'all, but I'm gonna show you my hair like when I take the braids down, because I've had them in since like, do you see that matted mess? Ah! I can't. So I always take my braids down and then detangle after. The full natural hair care routines are already on my channel. I'm gonna show you how we get to this 4C, 4Z hair. It's really just about patience and a gentle hand. So right now, I'm just like cleaning my sink out because I'm about to put my whole head in it. Don't mind the hot sauce on my sweatshirt. There's no point in changing it because I'm gonna take it off. Also, I feel like you saw how filthy my hair was, so I am gonna go in with my Mizani. I don't know why I keep doing that, like it's gonna focus. My Mizani Gentle Clarifying Shampoo, and every single time I open up my hair closet, something falls. I heard about Redken All Soft like a long time ago, but I'm gonna be using this. I got this around Christmas time and I feel like it was definitely a good deal. It comes with a shampoo, conditioner, and then a leave-in treatment. And I only used it one time because I've only washed my hair like one time since Christmas. And I don't need any judgment from you, okay? I heard dirty hair grows, and that has been my truth before, but I've never been like kept up with protein treatments or anything like that. But we are gonna see how far we can take this now. I used my Mizani clarifying shampoo one time, and then I used the All Soft shampoo 2 times. This is me putting my conditioner in my hair. I was done by this point, like all types of stuff in my eyes, child. For conditioner, I always use 2 of these conditioning caps on my head. That's what my hairstylist used to do, so I just follow that. And then I have this microfiber hair towel that I put on top. I got this from shopmissa.com, and it should be linked in the description box. Out of all the natural hair steps there are, blow drying is definitely my least favorite one. But I have this blow drying brush from Revlon, I believe. This makes it so simple, and I'm keeping this in real time so you see just how gentle it is. And what you want to do is just not really apply too much pressure. I always comb out the area that I'm going to be working on just because there's no reason to put unnecessary tension on your hair. And then I go in with the brush and I move extra slow while I'm doing this. Because if the blow dry is bad, then the hair just won't come out right. And that's even if I'm just doing a braid down, which is what I'm going to be doing. This is very much a do not try this at home, but you see how those ends are like clearly dead? I always chop those off because I mean it's not gonna grow anyway. I know I very much need a haircut, like not even a trim, like I feel like I need a cut. But this is me getting rid of my dead ends because they're not good for your hair and it'll just split up the shaft if I leave them. So I just take care of myself. I know all the hairstylists will be screaming, but listen. Look at that. Like, I just need a cut so bad. I want to get a curly cut, but I need to find someone that can do it. If you actually know somebody in the Chicago area or in the surrounding states, I low key might drive. Like, suggest something to me in the comments, y'all. So I wasn't sure what I was gonna do with my hair, but I ended up just doing a braid down for some clip-ins, and I did install a net too. And this is just me cornrowing my own hair. I do have a video on how to do your own cornrows on my channel if y'all don't know how. I learned with just a little trial and error, and that's how you can learn too. The first time I tried these clip-ins was like 2 years ago, and I actually really like them. It's a quick, easy hairstyle, and it just gives like a nice silk press. It has like a kinky type of texture. You see, I left some leave out in the front, and then the leave out at the top, similar to how you would have your hair braided for a sew-in. With the net on, I could sleep with these clip-ins in my head. I choose not to because I find it to be uncomfortable, and it only takes me like 10 or 20 minutes to get my hair together in the morning, so I choose to take them out, but you don't really have to. The spray I'm using is the Kenra Thermal Protectant Spray. I really love this stuff, and I always hot comb first. This is like the press in the silk press, and then I silk it out with the flat iron after. The way at the time of filming this, it was when the Who the F Did I Marry series was going on TikTok, so I ended up watching it while I was doing my hair, which is kind of why I'm leaving this in real time, so you can listen to it and just enjoy watching me do my hair. And I do recommend that you go check it out. Some people are trying to say that she's a scammer and she's a liar, but I think even if this was like a fictional story, I'm into it. Like, I like a little fiction. So, yeah.
She's in part 15. Legion and I got married January 5th of 2021. For the first 2 weeks, things were fine. We got into like a routine, basically. I would go to work, he would go to work. He was still leaving the house at around 6:15 every morning. He was still on the phone with his brother, the one that lived in Philly. Every morning, they would just, that was their time to talk. From what I was told, the brother got off work. I guess he must have worked the third shift. And so he was getting off work as Legion was getting ready to go to work. So that was the perfect time for them to talk. He would talk to his brother in Baltimore and the brother in Augusta. Pretty much, just a quick phone call here and there, if not every day, every other day. So everything was pretty much the same. I would talk to my mom almost every day. I would talk to my aunt almost every day. So it was nothing to kind of, that's weird. That's what the morning routine was. He would talk. So I worked at Georgia State Patrol. And I said this in a previous video, but again, there were things I said in previous videos that I remember saying, hey, remember that because it's going to come back later. So I work with Georgia State Patrol. It seems like every time I call you, there's some man around. And I'm just like, at first I kind of shrugged it off when I thought, because it really truly was expensive. But then it became a bit more frequent. And so I really just didn't feed into it, because I'm like, I don't know if this is some insecurity. I don't know if this is jealousy, because nothing has ever been done to make you feel any sort of type of way. I've never entertained another guy, I've never flirted with another guy. Like, I don't know where this is coming from. So it is also important to note, we got married January 5th. Things started changing around 2 weeks later. And the reason why I know it's 2 weeks is because I had recorded an audio diary on January 21st. And I talk about how maybe I had unrealistic expectations, because it seemed as if things were changing. So 2 weeks pass, he starts making little comments. End of January comes, he informs me that he wants to start looking for a house. I had no real desire to go through that process. So what he decides is that he's going to look for a house for us using his friend, the realtor that big money. So he tells me that he and his friend have been talking, and he's going to start looking at houses, and what he's going to do is basically, if he feels like the house I would like, then he wants to show it to me, because he feels like, I know that your attitude really isn't, you're in the mood to look for a house, so I'm gonna start looking, and then if I think it's a great house, then you can come see it. And I'm thinking, that's not gonna work. You're not gonna choose a house without me. He's like, no, I'm not gonna choose the house, but I just think that me and old boy have been talking, and so he has some houses that he's representing. He wants to show me. So why don't you let me look at it? And if it's worth the time, then I'll bring you to look at it. So he already had some sort of plan in place after talking to his friend about how he's going to start looking at houses. This is the end of January.
To prep my nails for press-ons, I always kind of like make the surface rough. That helps the glue to stick and helps the nail stay on longer. And I try to focus on my cuticles first, like the perimeter of the nail, and then get into like the middle part of the nail. Nail file I'm using is from Amazon and is linked in the description, but it is a 180 over 180. I find that to be my favorite nail file. So these are the best press-on nails. I've purchased them probably like 5 or 6 times. Make sure you get the acrylic French nude and then the medium, because I bought the smalls one time and those are like the size for children. So I roughed up like my finger beds, because that's like the best surface that you want to use for press-on nails. And I'm just gonna go ahead and get started applying them. I'm still listening to Who the F Did I Get Married. Mind you, it's a 50-part series, and I think that totals up to like 5 hours of this story.
In my little filing cabinet, my mental filing cabinet. So a few weeks later, we go out to eat at this restaurant in Atlanta. It's a burger place, and I'm going to do my best by the time I post this to put the name of the burger place on the screen. So we go to the burger place, eat dinner, everything was fine. As we are leaving, he says to me, did I ever show you where my grandmother is buried? This is the grandmother that passed away from COVID in 2020. And I said, no. I was like, we haven't been over here. And so he was like, let me show you. So he drives us to the cemetery, which is not far from the restaurant. He drives us to the cemetery, goes around and around, and then comes to like a little hill in the cemetery. And he was like, you see the headstone? The headstone had like the family name on it. And it did not have, for example, John David Doe. It just had Doe. Okay, so there were no dates on it. So it reminded me of just a headstone where it was probably multiple family members buried underneath it. That's what it reminded me of. And so he was like, my grandfather and my grandmother are buried there. I do recall him telling me when my grandmother died in 2020 that she wanted to be buried next to his grandfather. And so we're sitting in the car because we can see the headstone like on top of the hill from the car. And he tells me that is what.
This is the final product. This is like how I used to wear my nails when I would get them done. Like, I just like a natural color. And, yeah, it kind of reminds me of like an overlay. I do tend to cut them down just like a little bit. But, yeah, this is the final result. I like the short ones too, but the short ones are like a little too short. So I got these super cute PJs from Topshop. Look how cute they are. I'm about to do like a mini facial. I was really tired and I didn't even notice I ripped the second step before the first one. So I definitely use this backwards. Make sure you follow the directions. Used to be like really, really bad. It's healing quite nicely. Look at me finally noticing, and I'm wondering, like, have I ever done this before? Because I really don't be paying attention like that. I don't think I have. Okay, don't forget the neck. After I do that, it's time for a sheet mask. This is the Biodance Bio Collagen Real Deep Mask. I like this one. It is not my favorite, but I love a good sheet mask. And it comes in like the 2 pieces. I don't know if you can see that because it's like all white. But yeah. Let me put. No. See, I ripped it already. It's the nails. I'm not used to having them this long. And then I'm gonna leave that on for like, I'm gonna try to go 15 minutes, maybe 10. I really just kind of leave it on until it's dry when I have the patience, but I don't really have the patience today.